Nintendo's consoles have had some duds, like the GameCube and the Wii U, but no Nintendo console has done as badly as the Virtual Boy. The Virtual Boy is perhaps Nintendo's biggest failure, and as the years go on, I've been more and more fascinated by it. How did it fail so bad, and why was it even made in the first place? Let's find out. It's the 1990s. The Game Boy is on top of all handhelds. The N64 hadn't been released yet, and the Mario v Sonic wars were raging on. Now there was a small little craze of virtual reality in this time period. People were hyped that they could be transported into the game, experience the game world in the most immersive way possible. Nintendo, ever eager to innovate, in the 1990s anyway, were interested in creating a VR console, as they too believed it to be the future of gaming. So work began, and in 1995 the Virtual Boy released. Now, the Virtual Boy is an extremely novel and weird console. Firstly, it costed £230, which seems reasonable for a brand new console, but the console had 14 games in the USA. That's 1% of the SNES library. The console was also monochrome, well, sort of. The only colours the Virtual Boy could make were red and black, which is fitting with the packaging, I guess. The reason for this? Red LEDs were the cheapest. This cost-cutting really affected the console's appeal, but Nintendo knew if they made it more expensive, even less people would buy it. Nintendo justified the Virtual Boy's monochromatic display because of the Game Boy's success, which had the same type of display, this time with a green tint. The problem with this, the Game Boy released in 1989. It was now 1995 and colour was basically a standard on any console ever made. When the Virtual Boy released, it was critically panned, with most reviews citing the intense neck pain due to the really weird design of the console. No one really understood it. It was a very abstract console for the time. The console sold terribly. It sold about 800,000 units worldwide, and only released in Japan and America. The games on the Virtual Boy, some of them were actually pretty good. Mario Tennis was quite enjoyable, but the problem is I'm playing this on an emulator, which means I don't have to subject myself to the neck and eye pain. The other games on the Virtual Boy, however, yeah, they're pretty crap. There's no real killer app for the Virtual Boy. I mean, who buys a console specifically for Mario Tennis? You buy a console for games like Breath of the Wild, The Wind Waker, Super Mario World, and Pokemon Red and Blue. The Virtual Boy just had no real selling points. It was expensive, hurt your head, had no real games, was monochromatic, and wasn't even released in Europe. It was a dark smudge on Nintendo's legacy, an ultimately weird console which solidified VR as a fad in the 1990s. But you can't deny the charm of the console. It's possibly the most unique console ever made by Nintendo, and it's so fascinating to look back at it today with our standards of VR changing drastically. Sorry for the short video today. I've been working on one massive 1 hour 30-minute Pokemon video, but then I realized I probably shouldn't leave you guys without content for like 2 months. So, I'm going to make smaller 4 to 6 minute videos every couple weeks. If you're wondering why my voice sounds so dead, it's because I have coronavirus, which is pretty bad for recording, so I'm sorry about that. I have a Discord server where you can get video updates, and also a second channel where I upload dank memes and more experimental content. Other than that, I've been Steinfall, you've been you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!